Do you think it is more difficult for a woman to succeed in business than a man?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what are some problems women in business face that men don't?
Especially, I feel like living in the South, you have a lot of that old-fashioned attitude that women should stay at home and, cook dinner and have babies and mop floors and stuff like that, and, versus, going into the workforce. And so, women just in general sometimes don't believe that they can do it, which is, half the battle right there. And of course, in the job interviewing process, especially if you have a man that has that kind of an attitude that is going to be your boss, that is going to also create challenges, for you.
Do you think that business will always be a man's world?
No, not always. I think that, especially this year, it's been really eye-opening because a lot of issues have been brought to the forefront. And I think that, it's not going to happen overnight, but, we're making progress.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
So do you believe that gender roles still exist?
Gender roles?
Yeah, like people thinking that a woman believes that she has to be at home and a man thinking that he has to be at work.
Yes, I think that those absolutely do still exist.
Do you think
of course
they should?
Not. Oh no, I don't think they should at all. I think people should do whatever they feel like doing. And if they are capable of doing a job, a task, whatever that may be, what's between their legs shouldn't stop them from doing it.
Let's see. What do you think women can do to fix the separation?
I think that supporting each other, helping each other, standing up for each other, because sometimes you need a little help, especially when it comes to, being, bullied or discriminated against, or, especially when it comes to things like sexual harassment, being someone's, helping hand. And, there's safety in numbers as far as, just we have to hold each other up as far as that. But we also it's not just up to women. We need to have men as our allies. If we don't have men as our allies, we won't ever get there. We'll always be divided.
Do you have a way that you stay with men as your allies, a way to...
Oh, a way to do that?
Yeah.
Really, it's just about education, really just talking to them and making them understand how it is to be a woman and to, be in these circumstances, and, making them understand. And a lot of that has to do with just, one person at a time, one story at a time. Like I said, that definitely won't happen overnight, but, there are a lot of good feminist men out there who, have really helped us. We just need more.
Do you feel like that your standing in the business community is affected because you're a woman?
What now?
Do you feel that your standing in the business community is affected because you're a woman?
My standing? Not me in my profession,
Just
specifically
because
of what I do. I am in a field dominated by women, so that's not something that really, it's expected for a woman to do what I do. So.
And you said in your email the thing about men, the stages are full of men, even though it's a thing dominated by women. Is that still the case?
No, it's not. Yes, there are still a lot of men who are stage artists or performers, whatever you want to call it. But social media has really changed that because, if people are looking for education, they're looking for a new technique or a new look or whatever, they'll see an image of it, and it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, they see the actual look and they can say, oh, I want to learn how to do that. So now women are kind of back in power as far as education in my field.
And do you think, staying along with the line of social media, do you think that it's changed the stigma towards women, like, being in the workforce at all? Like,
I think so.
That the words, like, being spread and stuff?
I think so, absolutely, because you have a platform for, it's a place for us to have a voice, for us to share our stories and get them out there so that, we can have more male allies. Absolutely, I think so.
Do you think that social media is a better platform than, like, a bunch of women getting in a group, like, in public? Or is it just an easier?
I think it's easier, and I think, too, it's safer because a lot of times, when you get in front of someone, you kind of can hold back. But when you're not face-to-face with someone, you can be braver. You can say what you really want to say, without fear of being necessarily judged face-to-face. I mean, you'll get feedback. Of course, everybody on the internet's got an opinion, right? But at least it's kind of a safer platform, I guess.
Have you ever doubted yourself because you're a woman?
That's a toughie.
Yeah.
That's a really tough one.
That one I made specifically for Erin.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, okay, yes, because art is, the other part of my life is, if I had example I'll give you. My brother is also an artist, and he does a lot of, the subject matter of his art would usually be censored on most forums because it's nudes or the very, very liberally political stuff that makes people angry. And he is on a online forum, and his work never gets pulled down. No one ever reports his work. There is a woman on the same forum who gets pulled down all the time, and her, they have similar subject matters in their artwork. Men are more respected in the art community than women are. I have a friend who is an artist, and she actually changed her Facebook name to a man's name, and people don't question her when they say, oh, I want you to do a commission piece, how much will you charge me? And she'll give them a price, and they don't say, oh, that's too much. They did before she changed her name, but they don't do it now because they think that she's a dude.
Yeah. Do you have any advice you'd give a woman entering into the workforce of a business?
Keep your chin up, just be true to yourself. Don't let, be strong. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. Keep your friends close. Have a good support group, and don't take any crap.
Do you think younger generations are more accepting of women in business?
Yes, I do. It's slower moving in the South, but yes.
Do you think women and men have the same expectations?
Expectations of?
Just of, like, when in business, like, do they have the same? Are they expected to do the same thing?
Do the same thing? I absolutely think in some cases that women are expected to prove themselves more than a man does.
So you think women are, more is expected from a woman?
Yes.
Did I ask if you run a business? Did you have people, men or women, doubt your ability to run a business?
I did have one man, I say man, he was a boy at the time, tell me that I was stupid to get into this business because it was a stupid business. I don't think that was because I was a woman. I think he was just criticizing my career choice. Yeah. But I'm sorry, what was the original question?
Did you have people doubt your ability to run a business?
No, I don't think so.
Are there any examples of being discriminated against or mistreated that you'd like to talk about? Or do you think it's been pretty...
It's been, like I said, my career choice, you know, kind of helped me along the way in that, because it is a field dominated by women. But I think, you know, I definitely have had trouble and, you know, people mistreating me or whatever, but that's because I'm a, you know, tattooed, short-haired, liberal in the South.
Yeah.
You know, that's really been more of the struggle with my career
than the gender.
Than gender, because of the field that I'm in. Yeah.
When someone says a business person, how would you describe what that looks like to you?
A business person?
Mm-hmm. Like, what picture do you see?
What picture?
Yeah.
Really, honestly, that picture can look like anything. It can, you know, physically it can look like anything. As far as, you know, professional and capable, smart, strong. But that person can be anybody. There is no certain picture of that.